Hi, this is Margaret Bird, and welcome to Baja, and welcome to Cooking Color. I have just completed the Cooking Color Natural Dye Retreat here in Todos Santos in Mexico, and let me tell you something, we had an incredible time. I would love to show you all of the amazing things we did. I wouldn't be sitting here on this incredible rooftop terrace without the amazing community that we have here at Color Quest, and especially the wonderful women who chose to come on this first Cooking Color Natural Dye Retreat in Todos Santos. I'd like to give a huge thank you to the participants, these wonderful fiberistas that trusted me enough to come down into this beautiful area and spend several days in the dye pot. Quick shout out to Evie and Deb and Eileen and Patty, as well as Cherry and Plum. Thank you so much for coming here. It was an absolute honor and privilege to have you join me and make the rainbow. Hi, Deb.
Hello.
I love your rainbow mustache. What brought you to natural dyeing?
I have a llama farm, and I had to think of how to use all that fiber. So then I started learning how to spin. And so I mixed it with wool, and I started spinning, yarn, making my own. And then naturally, dyeing came into play.
My natural dye history is very limited. I've done a little bit of avocado dyeing, a little bit of red cabbage dyeing, but it's all in the paper world.
What are you using your naturally dyed paper for?
Okay, so I'm into the paper arts. I love junk journaling, art journaling, probably scrapbooking and or card making. So I use it in that, just to add color to my life.
Okay, so that's super cool that you're actually coming with paper as your main fiber source.
Right.
Because that just kind of shows you that you can actually naturally dye any natural fibers, including paper. So
right.
That's super awesome. I'm so excited to have you here, and I'm so glad that you came. What brought you to natural dyeing or natural color in general?
I think it's sort of been a meandering journey. I am a weaver and a spinner. And Eileen, my sister, is a farmer and has sheep and dye plants. So I think my dyeing has come after the weaving and the spinning. We've done some dyeing at home, and then also some eco-printing, which I love to do.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have just spent these 5 days with you because it was really magical for me. I'd love to know, first of all, what's your background in natural color, and what drew you to come to this event here down in Baja?
Sure. So I live in Maine, and I'm a farmer, and I think that's kind of how I started in natural color, was growing dye plants. Indigo, weld, madder, coreopsis, all the things. And
I'm jealous.
And I kind of feel like I'm a fiber wannabe because I'm just getting in on the fiber side now. And my sister, who's also here, is a fiber artist. So together, she and I started experimenting with natural dyeing with these plants that I was growing. And that's how we found you, because we were YouTube learning, and we found Margaret Bird.
And was the channel helpful?
Absolutely.
So beyond the magic of just playing with natural color for 5 days, finding this location here in the Las Tunas area, just steps from this incredible beach, made this experience wonderful for all of us in so many different ways. Everyone had their own private casita on premise, but we had all of these beautiful communal areas where we could have our dye classes, work together, eat together. and even just relax together by the pool or chatting about all the things that us natural dye people love to talk about. There's a never-ending string of conversation. All of those things make for that much more of a magical experience. So I will definitely be making this my property of choice for any future natural dye event that I am lucky enough to host. And hopefully next time you'll be able to join as well. Did you like the retreat property?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, the setting, I couldn't ask for more. You have the ocean waves, you got the breaching whales, you got all the different kind of flora and fauna and different birds. I feel like our little casita was precious because, you know, we had a really great view up on the second floor of the ocean.
One.
We had the balcony one, so we got to eat on the porch and watch the water and see all the birds, and so it's been really nice.
What did you think of the retreat space? Like, how was the space
Oh,
itself?
the space is gorgeous. Our room was ultra comfortable. The view is amazing. We could see breaching whales. There's a turtle sanctuary. It was sunny every day. It's warm. It's not humid. Hardly any bugs. And yeah, it's just paradise. Okay. The pool is amazing. And all the common spaces were really, really nice.
What did you think about the property for the retreat property?
First of all, it's gorgeous. You know, this is March and I live in Rhode Island. So coming to Sunshine is just heaven anyway. But this is such a beautiful place. It's quiet. It's not like in the middle of a big developed area, but there's nice places to walk for lunch and to walk just for walking purposes. I think the property itself is perfect. Yeah. It's the perfect combination of private casita, but wonderful community space. And I think one of the amazing things that you pulled off was community building in 4 days. And it didn't take us 4 days to build a community.
No.
And I think that was partly you and Laura and just your energy, and partly the space, I think. You know, it was very conducive to eating breakfast together, hanging out at the pool together, you know, nice outdoor space and different places. It was perfect. Each little casita is very private, and you know, if you're tired, you take a walk and go inside for a few minutes. It was really, it was exceptional, a perfect place for that. Yeah.
I think the property was really perfect. A combination, my sister and I shared a casita, and having as much private time as you need or want, right? So you felt like, and when you're in our, well, at least for us, when we were in our casita, we didn't feel like there was anyone else around. And then, but the property is also set up like where we're sitting or places downstairs where we worked in community, outdoors, undercover, so we weren't right in the direct sun. And that made it very nice. And there were enough of these outdoor spots where we moved around. That also was very lovely.
So what about the classes? Well, let me tell you something. We worked on the rainbow. In a way of honoring Mexico and dye traditions, we worked with Paracon, which is a yellow plant that is native here in Mexico, as well as cochineal, which is that scale insect that you find on the Nepalese cactus here in Mexico, as well as big blue, and that is indigo. From those, we were able to literally make a palette that covered the spectrum of the rainbow. So with Paracon, we started with cotton, and we worked with some binding materials, and each person was able to create 4 different patterns with Paracon as the base. Yep. Did you have one thing of all of the projects that we worked on that you were most either wowed by or, you know, super pumped about?
Yeah, I mean, the shibori folds, I could see becoming my bag, my jam, my thing.
From there, they could take those cotton pieces and move and change and shift them throughout the time here with blue and indigo and red, and basically do anything they want. And let me tell you something, they came up with some pretty incredible combinations with those 4 simple cotton napkins.
I love surprises, and I think natural color is all about surprises. And the napkins, oh my goodness, the indigo and Paracon napkins and the shawl. I think that's what I like most about natural dyeing is surprise.
We ran the gamut of reds and oranges, pinks, and even purples with Cochineal, the great pH shifter, and watched it grab on to wool skeins like you wouldn't believe. It was wonderful to step back and really appreciate how beautiful and versatile Cochineal is. Show me what you have around your neck, because it
okay.
looks like you might have made that here.
I did. With the help of my instructor, I learned how to go ahead and, first of all, I put it in the middle and I got Paracon, so I got the yellow. And then what I went ahead and did was, of course, rinsing and washing, I dipped this part into the cochineal. So I got the pink and a little orange. You can see a little orange difference.
You did some overdying
I did overdying, which I was really happy. And the nice thing about it was I learned how to bind with string to prevent some of the wicking, so I still kept some of the yellow up there.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then after I rinsed the side, I went and dipped in the indigo, which I've always been afraid to do indigo on myself because it's quite a process.
It is. It's a
And-
process. It's a little intimidating.
Yeah, and
I agree.
the indigo I have is very precious, so I didn't want to use it without a good instruction, hands-on instruction. And so I dipped this part, and as you can see, I got a beautiful indigo blue. It was a henna indigo. And then because I had the yellow from the Paracon, it got overdyed with the blue, and I got a lovely
really
green.
beautiful green.
Yes,
It's
so
really, really
I got
beautiful.
the rainbow, which I'm very proud of it. So yeah,
Excellent.
I just loved it.
Now, indigo is something that takes time, and it can be very intimidating. So bringing in and creating indigo vats as a community here was a really special thing to do. I decided that it would be fun and different to work with two different indigo vats. So we built a henna vat and an iron vat, and got incredible results from both of them. And then when you start overdying and dip dyeing and mixing and matching, think about all those incredible other colors you can make. It was a really fun time, and something that I believe not everybody will build an indigo vat at home. So maybe after this experience, the women in our group will decide to go home and test out one of those new vats. Cross fingers.
I mean, for me, one of the big takeaways was I had done an indigo vat before, but only a fructose vat. So we did a henna vat as well as an iron. So it like opens up possibilities, and I'm just excited now to go home. In fact, next week, my daughter's going to come for a couple days, and we're going to try to revive an older indigo vat and see what we can do. Yeah.
The very last day was a free open studio day where all the dye pots were available to everyone to work on any kind of additional project. Some people brought their own fiber, but they were also given this really beautiful cotton mull shawl. And throughout the time, they were thinking and pondering how they might be able to make their final creation to take home. If you had to pick one thing, what was your absolute favorite thing?
Oh, that's a really hard question. I think today, where we just had a free time, honestly, I don't think you could have done today without the other days, right?
No.
Like everybody had to get up to speed and we had to feel comfortable where we are, but then kind of we got to do what we wanted, and we were in charge of, like, if you wanted to do a vat, revive something that we'd started earlier, whether it was the cochineal or that type of thing. And so you had some responsibility for that. And we have our one kind of project that, so like a little pressure on, but it was fun to okay, of all the things I learned, I'm going to have to do something. So I really enjoyed today.
And you had some beautiful results. And I'm so happy to say that one of our guests, Patty, even wore hers to our farewell dinner, which we had at the Green Room, which is just amazing. Right on the beach. You see the waves crashing, you see the birds flying by, and you can watch the sunset while you're eating incredible food.
The food was great. That restaurant you took us for the dinner, thank you very much. Who could ask for more, because it was right next to the ocean.
Yeah, it's a
it was beautiful, and the food was very good.
Every time I come to this area, I have to eat at the Green Room. So I was so happy to share that as our farewell dinner with our lovely group of women. Now, something that I really love to do when I travel is try to look locally for flora that can bring about color. So we also did some foraging of bougainvillea, which we made into this beautiful ink, as well as aloe vera. And we played around with some solar dyeing. And let me tell you, definitely got some interesting results. It's a little stinky though, so be warned. Good thing this video doesn't touch all of the senses. Those were really fun ways for us to honor the very, very local flora that is growing just around within a walk from our property here, and mix it up a bit and just to open up creativity. Think about where you might find color beyond the traditional dye sources. And with that beautiful bougainvillea ink, everyone was given some watercolor note cards to be able to capture some of that beautiful, vibrant color on paper. So today I had to give everyone a huge hug and bid them farewell as they took the shuttle back to the airport. But my heart is so filled, and my natural color passion continues on. Couple questions. We just finished our, 5 days here. And you made a decision to come to Baja to cook color with me. And I'm curious, what drew you to this particular event?
I learned about Natural Dye World from you and your YouTube channel, and I just wanted to explore it a little more. That was it. It's pure curiosity.
Would you recommend other people?
Sure would. I'd recommend it. Yes, without hesitation. It was really fun, and if you're a beginner, do it, because I did just fine.
She did great, actually.
Well,
right.
Yeah.
Evie, thank you so
You're welcome.
much.
Thanks.
Travel well home.
Thanks, Margie. Bye.
So Baja was definitely a draw. What about?
Yeah.
What about?
Well, you were the main draw, Margaret,
Oh.
because I watched your videos for a long time, and I learned a lot. And I wanted to be with the maestro to learn all the knowledge and pull out everything, and then commune with other fiberistas that were here, because we're all like-minded people and we have similar interests. So,
What was like maybe your favorite part of the retreat itself?
well, I just liked our community and being able to ask you anything, and your patience for me repeatedly asking you the same thing. But I just learned a lot, and I reached my goal by taking this class, because I wanted to learn more about indigo dyeing, and cochineal was a little bit, so I wanted to learn more and pull more knowledge from you, which you graciously shared.
Is this an event or a retreat that you would recommend to other people?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
How'd you find this retreat, and what drew you in to come here?
Well, I'm a Margaret Bird fan. Every Friday, I look for the YouTube videos that come out, and I think it was through that. As soon as I saw it, I sent it to Eileen and said, "We got to figure out how to do this." And she's always up for an adventure.
Did you get what you came for? Maybe I'll ask you. Did you learn something?
Oh, I learned a lot.
Okay.
I think you always learn by doing, and even if it's something that you think you've done before, doing it with others and doing it with you and doing it, there's always lots of ways to do things, so that was really fun. Did I get what I came for? Absolutely. I mean, I guess I would say I'm not sure I had a lot of expectations. I was just up for an adventure, and it's been perfect. It's been a wonderful way to get time to find your creative self. And I don't spend a lot of time doing that, and I don't give myself time to do that. But I know I am my best self when I have some space and some time to think on my creative side of my brain, and this has been wonderful for that.
Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Would you recommend this for someone else?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you do it again, I'm going to sign up first again because I want to be here.
I want you here too because you were so great, and I love both you and your sister were so amazing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Would you recommend this to someone?
Absolutely. I'm so glad I did it. It was, and not only like an investment in a beautiful couple days, but I feel like I'm coming back with so much more knowledge and so many more ideas and maybe some new collaborations with people. So
Maybe
it's,
with me.
yes, exactly. I'm very excited about that. So it's wonderful.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you maybe at the farm in May.
There you go. I would love it.
You know what I almost forgot? I want to give the hugest thank you to my dear friend Laura, who came with me and was my assistant. She was amazing. She prepared all of the breakfast. She kept me on track the best that I can. She was just such an incredible hands-on helper, and she was a part of our little family as well. So she got to play a little bit with us, and I couldn't have done this without her. So Laura, I love you and thank you. I also want to thank my creative coach, Deshay Peacock, who I came here 2 years ago to scout, because without her, this dream that I've had may not have happened. So thank you, Deshay, for keeping me focused and figuring out how to get this international treat thing down and done. And thank you to Vista Tortuga, which is the property where we stayed at, as well as Omega Transportation, who are the van shuttle group that took us not only from the airport to property and back, but also to the green room for our final dinner. So again, I would like to thank everyone who came on this retreat, and I want to let you know that absolutely this is going to happen again. Not only here in Baja, hopefully at this same property sometime next year, but also in other locations around the world. So if you have a special place that you'd like to have a natural dye retreat, let me know. Put it in the comments below, send me an email, let's chat about it. I'm thinking maybe the Azores. Why not? Anyway, thank you to the entire Color Quest community for giving me the love and support that I need to keep on keeping on and finding ways in which we can come together to enjoy the beauty that is natural color. And hopefully next time we'll be doing it together in person in some beautiful place like Baja, Mexico. Have a great week. I can't wait to see you next time on Color Quest. Oh, hi. So, what have you got in your hands? Take two. No, bloopers, bear. Okay.